How the fuck are you alive?
Good question.
I explained to my son that the cold weather had slowed down my heart rate and reduced the bleeding, which is how the doctors managed to save me, but he was disappointed because he still blamed me. He killed that sexual predator and didn't call the police because of what I had taught him. Now he's become a murderer and a suspect in the eyes of law enforcement, living every day in fear of being caught. After hearing this, I tried to guide him. I told him he killed a serial rapist and helped protect more women from harm. There was nothing wrong with what he did, but he couldn't listen anymore. He said I always taught him that killing bad people was right, but he didn't want to become like me. Then he turned around and left. I thought maybe my son was right, but I couldn't bear the thought of him turning himself in. This left me deep in thought. Later, I went to see Mia, the killer. As it happened, she wanted to collaborate with me, to hunt prey together. I was more than happy to hear this since we shared the same goal of only killing bad people. But when we couldn't find a target, she told me we should just pick anyone. It didn't matter whether they were bad or not. That's when I realized she wasn't someone who shared my values. I was secretly pleased that I had found my target. I pretended to agree with her, then made an excuse to go to the car to prepare some drugs, looking for a chance to make my move on her. We then wandered the streets looking for prey. She was curious about how I chose my victims. I lied and said I would find a quiet place, but I was really trying to lure her somewhere isolated. She thought that was too much trouble though. She randomly picked a driver and wanted me to help her attack him. I quickly stopped her, which made her very unhappy. She canceled our collaboration and left. She said she was going to hunt alone. I wanted to secretly follow her to stop her from attacking innocent people, but considering I was new to the area, I might arouse suspicion from other killers. So I came up with a plan. I snuck into her apartment in secret. I placed a bottle of custom-made cleaning solution in her cabinet, the exact same kind my son used during his crime. Then I hid a wristwatch inside one of her boxes. It belonged to the man who assaulted someone. My plan was to frame Mia as the killer. That way, not only could I stop her from hurting anyone else, but I could also shift the police suspicion away from my son. She brought her prey home. From the rooftop across the street, I watched everything unfold. Once she began her ritual, I called the police. Pretending to be a concerned neighbor, I claimed I heard someone screaming for help next door, urging them to come quickly. Meanwhile, Mia was still fully immersed in her moment of the kill. She had stripped the man and tied him up. He stared in horror at the torture tools laid out on the table. Just as she was about to begin, the police kicked the door open.